Welcome to part 7 of the Ki Cho Wong Dong series. This month we'll be looking at the Dwi Tollyo Cha Ki, the spinning back kick. I'd just like to preference at the start, we're looking at the back kick, not the spinning side kick. There are slight differences. Both kicks are important to know, but it is better to learn the classic back kick first, also known as the mule kick or donkey kick. To start off with this kick, start with the Dwi Cha Ki, the non-spinning element. So the easiest way to start is to put two hands against a wall or chair or sofa. Keep your feet facing the wall or object that you're leaning on. Keep upright, keep your back straight, and then just do straight back kicks. Look over your shoulder, but only with the corner of your eye. If you turn your head fully, this will raise the hips and turn into the spinning side kick. So you want to keep your hips level to the floor. Imagine that you're in a narrow corridor and you can't lift your knees to the side. Because again, as you lift your knees to the side, it will start to turn into a spinning side kick rather than the back kick. You're kicking with your heel, so an excellent way to develop this skill is to, on a soft surface, gently walk on your heels, flexing your feet. This is also an excellent calf strengthener and stretch, so good to do. And then when you get confident of it, again on a soft surface, you can start stamping the heel down, as this is the part of the foot you will make an impact with. So start off kicking behind you, do 10 kicks each side. You can do these fast or slow. Also a variation to sort of stretch the psoas, hip flexor muscle, is to keep the leg straight and just do pulses with the leg for 10 to 20 times or 30 seconds. So once you've got the back kick, it's now time to look at the spinning element of it. So start in a Jandarian Chumbi or Hukujasa stance, basically side on. We want to be perfectly side on. Again, I'll talk later, but if your hips are too wide and more of a boxing stance, it's going to be almost impossible to spin. So the main way is to break the kick down into 3 parts. The first part is to turn the heels towards what you're kicking at, either an opponent or a pad or just in line work. So have your heels in line. This will turn your hips straight on. So now the back element of it, your back will be perfectly in line with whatever you're kicking. And then look over just with the corner of your eye so you can focus on it. Do not lean your head back and keep your eye on the target. Then lift your knee up as if you're starting a push bike or motorbike. Your legs will almost be touching each other as they pass. So again, don't be tempted to raise your knee to the side as you will overspin. There are 3 parts to the kick. There is the chamber, lifting the knee. There is the execution, locking the leg out straight with the toes facing down, heel up as much as possible. Back kick is most powerful at a center kick and is only done high really for demonstration purposes to show flexibility, and then make sure you return the leg. This is the most important thing, as many students will just kick out and drop their leg and then you are off balance and in a bad fighting position. A good way to practice keeping your shoulder is to hold on to your dobok with your non-kicking arm. So for example, if I was kicking with my left leg, I would grab my left shoulder with my right arm and vice versa. Common mistakes I see are students getting confused with a spinning side kick. The problem with doing the spinning side kick is when students first learn the kick is they overturn and almost turn it into a spinning hook kick. So that make sure that you are doing a back kick and not a spinning side kick. A spinning side kick is good for free sparring and breaking. The traditional back kick is better suited for speed and accuracy, as it is a straight line, very hard to miss. One of the key elements I see from younger students is that they don't know which shoulder to turn over. So in all basic kicks, you're kicking with your back leg, so you turn over your back shoulder. Do not step forward in a sort of half step and turn the other way over your front shoulder, as again, you can overturn and even cause accidents as you go off to the side too much. The stance is very important. Some people in free sparring might like to prefer standing in a boxing stance, but it is very difficult to perform any spinning kicks from this position. You will need to step your foot over and this will telegraph your position. So if you're doing spinning kicks, try and stay more side on in the traditional stance. I see a lot of students want to kick high and they drop their head so they can't see the target. If you can't see what you're kicking, very little chance of you hitting it. So make sure that you keep your head up and you only take your eyes off the target for the briefest of split seconds while you spin your head. Make sure that your head is up all the time, and if you need to, kick lower in order to keep your head up. Never compromise your posture for getting a higher kick. A very common mistake is people not locking out their leg as they want to do the back kick as quickly as possible. Remember, this is a thrusting kick, much like the side kick, so your knee needs to lock out and your hip needs to lock out. Don't shorten the kick. So a way to practice this is actually locking out the leg and holding it out there for half a second to a second before you return it. Remember, we're not sparring, we're trying to make the technique better in line work. Once you feel you have the kick down, it is important to test the kick. There are 3 very easy tests for this. The first test is simply being able to return the kick. Just simply kick out, lock the leg, and try and return the same way you came. It seems very simple, but a lot of students have problems with this. Do 10 on one side and then do 10 on the other side. The next test is hitting a pad, making sure that you're hitting with a heel and not lifting your knee. So there are 2 ways of doing this. One way is to just stand in front of a bag, turn to it, keep your hips down, look over and kick. And then keep doing that 10, 20 times each leg, or 30 seconds to a minute. And then the progression then is to walk forward with a kick. So your partner holds the shield, they are stepping back after every kick, and you are kicking up and down the line, up and back, a room, or again 30 seconds to a minute. The third drill is with a partner. Both stand with your left leg forward in fighting stance. Your partner throws a right leg roundhouse towards you. You block with an out to in block and then spin into your back kick. If you turn your heels directly in front of your partner and kick to the body, you will not miss. Try this slowly a couple of times on both sides, and then back and forth, and then moving around, and then finally in free sparring. And when you land it in free sparring, you know that your spinning back kick is working for you. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial on the Dwi Tollyo Cha Ki spinning back kick. It is a complicated kick, but if you follow these steps, hopefully you will master it and then be able to develop onto other spinning kicks. Please leave feedback about what techniques you want to see in the future. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next month. Thanks so.